you happy right now? Or are you waiting for something before you can be happy? By the way, a way to measure ongoing happiness is to give yourself a score several times a day over a period of a few days or a week or so, and take the average score. Or you may just have a good idea of how happy you feel in general without needing to measure it. So right now, would you say you're in general a happy person or not? And is happiness important to you? So make sure you watch the whole video right to the end, because that's what this is about, your happiness. And I've got some terrific tips for you coming right up. So this is Marina from Lead Yourself to Happiness, all about your mental and emotional well-being. Welcome to this video. It's great to have you watching. Thank you. The reason I ask, are you happy, is because research has discovered that our emotional state has everything to do with our ability to do anything successfully, whether it's our performance at work or our personal life and how much we enjoy life, leisure, fun, chores, fitness, etc. People whose state is generally positive or happy get more out of life. They exercise more, they're healthier physically, they have more satisfying relationships, they have more fun. And in the workplace, training in emotional intelligence, which greatly boosts happiness, in a wide range of companies has, in hundreds of studies, shown to have a return on investment of from several hundred to over 1,000%. So achieving happiness and overcoming barriers to that, like stress, anxiety, depression or anger, is what Lead Yourself to Happiness is all about. Because it's all possible for you with the right help, guidance and support. Happiness and the lack of it is something I've been fascinated with for a decade or so, ever since one day around 2010 someone said to me, "You don't strike me as a very happy person." I was amazed. Firstly by the question. Then it hit me that he was absolutely right. I wasn't. And then finally, I was amazed when I realized that happiness was actually a total mystery to me. I didn't have the first clue where to find it or how to get it. Since then, I've studied it, read books on it, and taken courses on it. And I've applied what I've learned in different situations and with different people. I've discovered that happiness can be achieved. And what's more, it's quite straightforward. All it takes is a little application. So in the next few videos are going to be all about achieving that happiness and how to do it. It's a bit like baking a cake. You put a few essential ingredients together and you have most of what you need for a good cake. There are, of course, optional extras which would be personal to you, like choosing your flavour filling, icing or decorations. And then you have an amazing cake. And happiness is exactly the same. A few basic ingredients, which I would say are the same for pretty much everyone. Then to finish it off, you need to find the particular things that you need for your perfection. For some people that's maybe a faith or religion. For others it's some sort of spiritual practice. For others it's their friends, family or work. And for some others it's maybe a cause they're passionate about, voluntary work they do, or a hobby. Now you may be thinking, yeah, well, my optional extras are a great job, a great relationship, enough money, my own house, the bigger the better. The end of the lockdown would help. I could do with a divorce. I need a car. I want my children to behave, my boss to treat me with respect, my partner to love me more. I need a raise. Well, look, I'm not here to tell you that those things don't help. Of course they do. But I am here to tell you, don't let your happiness depend on outside factors like that. You create your own happiness. Now, I'll say more about this in another video, but as Tony Robbins says, if you've decided that you'll be happy when you get the house, the raise, or win the lottery, it was your decision to wait for those things, right? It's your decision to make when you'll be happy and what you need to be happy. So why not make the decision to be happy now while you're getting the other stuff together, like in the meantime? And then you'll see that your happiness doesn't depend on anything external, and you can be happy under any circumstances. It's like building a muscle. And what's more, it'll be much easier to get the other stuff you want if you do it from a good place. So in the next few videos, I'm going to give you some different ways to make yourself the happiest you can possibly be, so that you'll be a ray of sunshine for yourself and for whoever you spend time with. So we'll cover what the essential ingredients are that we all need to put in place to be really happy, how to find out what your optional extras are, because they're often unique to you, and some different ways to fulfill them. The very first thing to do is decide to bake that cake. Decide to make your happiness your priority. Now, you may think it's selfish. Do you have a lot of demands or duties placed on you from others? Do you lead a very busy life where lots of people want something from you? Or do you have children or other caring responsibilities which entail personal sacrifice? If you do, then it's even more important to put yourself and your own well-being first. Not at the expense of your duties to others, but to enhance everything you do, including how well you look after them. When you feel well cared for yourself and happy, everything becomes easier and more fun. And whatever you're doing, you'll enjoy it more and you'll do it better. Not only that, you'll be a whole lot nicer to be around. So it'll be nicer for whoever you care for to have you with them too. So I'd love you to do something with me just for a moment. So please close your eyes and relax. Breathe deeply. And now imagine you're having a lovely barbecue or a special party. You're about to have one. You're just planning it. You're really looking forward to it. You've planned everything to perfection. You've got everything in place to make it super special. Now you're thinking of who to invite. So have a think now. Who would be top of your list, like the very first person or people that you'd really, really love to be there? Have you got a few people in mind? Now think of the very last person that you'd want to be there. Now go back to the very first person you thought of. What qualities do they have that make you want them around? Just list through them, go through them in your mind. For instance, is that person very demanding, or are they quite easy and relaxing to be with? Do they dominate the conversation, or do they give and receive in conversation? Do they listen and show an interest, or do they keep steering the topic back to them and their problems or their concerns? Do they have a broad range of interests? Do they complain and moan about their life or about other people? Or do they say things that uplift you and make you feel good? So whatever those qualities are that make a person, the first one that you really want to your party, those are the qualities that you will be developing in yourself from taking your own needs seriously, looking after your needs, and getting them taken care of. So the two things I really want you to take away from this video. Firstly, happiness doesn't come from the outside. It starts with a decision. Then you assemble the ingredients, as I'll show you how to do in the upcoming videos. You create your happiness from the inside. And secondly, why not just make that decision? Make your happiness a priority for you. Decide to follow through, put those ingredients in place and bake that cake. And you can start by subscribing so you won't miss the next video. And then, of course, please stay tuned as we'll be going through all the ingredients you need right here. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give this a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to lead yourself to happiness.